Guys, if you're watching this, what it means is that you're pretty comfortable with everything we've done so far and you're ready to move on to the last topic with diminishing marginal returns. It's not something that's required for every single person to know. There's going to be a tiny piece about it on the test. If you don't complete that piece, it's not going to greatly impact your grade, so it's not the end of the world. This is really intended for people who are solid so far and they're ready to rock this unit and just wrap it up really, really nicely. I'm going to give you a heads up. One thing that you might hear is my son. You want to say Connor?
Hi.
That's Connor. He's helping me out recording this video today. You also might hear my daughter in the background a little bit. So we're going to talk about diminishing marginal returns. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Look, this green, yellow, green, and red.
Yeah, there's all kinds of lights on here. So here we go. We're going to learn about diminishing marginal returns. Oh. I think we're back on track. So, diminishing returns. It's something that you defined in the homework. Initially, the first thing that we did out of the textbook on supply, there was something about diminishing returns, and we haven't come back to it. So here's what it is. If we just break down diminishing and returns in each definition, we're probably going to get a pretty good idea of what it means. So diminishing means shrinking. Returns is some sort of profit. So it has to do with shrinking profit, right? Here's another kind of clue that I found online. This is from World of Warcraft, and it says that diminishing returns in World of Warcraft means that certain spells and certain abilities are less effective against player characters if they're used frequently within a short period of time. So take a moment and just try to get a definition of diminishing returns based on this information.
I'm talking.
All right. Hopefully that was enough time. Here's what it is. The textbook definition is that it's a decrease in that marginal per product. So remember, marginal in economics means the extra one, the next one. So decrease in that per product profit as a single product is added to the production and all other factors stay the same. In other words, there is a point in production where making an extra product doesn't make sense. You need to stop at some point. And that idea is the idea of diminishing returns. So you have in front of you this greeting card factory problem. There's two parts to it. We're just going to talk about the first part. You're going to apply your knowledge from the first part to complete the second part. So in the greeting card factory, we can hire from 0 to 9 workers. Now 0 workers is obviously going to mean that we don't have any production going on. 9 workers, we're going to have 9 workers worth of production, and we're going to have 24 cards produced, as you can see from this table, and there's a whole range in between here. Your job today is to figure out how many workers should you hire if you are in charge of the greeting card factory. Alright? What's really different from other tables that you've seen that are similar is that we have now a number of workers, and our cost, our only cost is a variable cost, and it's based on how many workers I hire. Alright, we have the number of cards produced, that's a given, and then everything else you're going to have to figure on your own. So we're going to walk through that. So what you really need to know is that the selling price of each card is $2, and that each worker is going to get $5 a day. This is the business's only real cost. It's a variable cost, and I know I said I'll always give that to you. You do have to calculate it, but you're doing a very simple number of workers per $5 or times $5 calculation. It's a pretty basic one. So while you're thinking about how awesome it might be to get $5 a day for working at a greeting card company, I want you to switch to the next video, and we're going to go through how we figure out this problem.